Hey everyone, how are we all doing? Okay, so before I get started, everything I say in this video is my opinion, mine alone. Please feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. That being said, we're just going to get into this. So I didn't think I would be talking about this person again today. Seems I was wrong. J, also known as JKJ Declassified, also known as needing mental health assessment and paranoid. Now, the things I keep hearing coming from Jay is they want me dead, they're threatening my life. Right, you see this bear? I put it up as big as I can on the screen, even if that covers my face. And then I'm going to read to you what it says. In a Collins dictionary, we have go to hell and the meaning. And the meaning says, so I'm going to make sure I get it word for word right. If you say that someone can go to hell, you are emphasizing angrily that you do not care about them and they will not stop you doing what you want. Now, just to make sure that gets through to you, I'm going to read that again. If you say that someone can go to hell, you are emphasizing angrily that you do not care about them and they will not stop you doing what you want. So drop the crap that people are putting death threats on you. Drop the crap that people want you dead. Now, I wasn't going to bring these things up, but I may as well while I'm here. I've already said to you that you are extremely paranoid and you need to get rid of the weed because it is affecting you horrendously. Now, I've heard that you've been sending nudes to people on YouTube. Please, Jay, have some respect for yourself. Sending nudes to people you meet online. Now, I may not like you very much. I may not think very highly of you. But you should think a little more highly of yourself and your self-worth. I may not find you funny, but clearly by the comments some people do. Sadly, their standards are pretty low, but hopefully they'll realise their worth too. The fact that you think you're that worthless that you send nudes to people kind of makes me sad. Yes, you're a little pathetic. Yes, you're obnoxious, paranoid. And that's just my opinions of you. I don't think your jokes are funny. I don't think you're funny. But I think you should have a little bit more respect for yourself. Just a wee bit. Just for yourself. And stop going after people. And I've noticed that all your friends have turned their backs and walked away from you. Even the ones you're sending nudes to. So look at what they really think about you. The fact that they can walk away like that. And why do they feel that way? Because you've pushed them too far. You're pushing everyone too far. And you know what? You could make this right. You could. You make a proper, sincere apology. You talk to the people involved politely, not cursing at them, calling them a bitch and calling them this, that and the other. If you want a good response back, you give a good. Acting like people are threatening you, this, that and the other, ain't gonna let you know it, sweetheart. But there are some really, really good people around you. And they know a genuine apology when they see one. And yours just ain't cutting it. So with that, I'm going to leave you go. Just back off, people. Everyone's had a guts full of you. More than a guts full. So just quit it. Quit acting like a spoiled little child who can't get her own way. Because it just doesn't suit you. You're a grown-ass woman. Now you need to start acting like one. All these tantrums do nothing for you. So moving on. What this video was supposed to be all about. So we have Amy Rachel King, Katie Joy, and Backwoods Barbie. I'm going to be referring to them as Amy, Barbie and Katie. Now, Katie has been very vocal about her friendship with Amy since I've been watching YouTube. And even implied that Amy called her the day that Josh Duggar was in court. Now, it may have been Amy. It could have been her husband. Who knows? It could have been a phone she has under the table. This is Katie Joy we're talking about. And I'm aware that some people have gone to Amy and said that Katie is no good. And in the past, there's been responses like, well, she's always been kind to me. Now, people have tried and tried and tried to warn Amy. Now, from what I can gather, Katie has been going to Amy, feeding poison into her ear, telling her this, that and the other, that Barbie has been saying things behind her back, when Barbie has got more class than that. I'm pretty sure if Barbie had anything to say about Amy, she would go to her and say it. Now we have Amy making apologies and saying that she's going to be distancing herself. So I looked. I checked Twitter and I checked Instagram. Both Amy and Katie, as you can see here, are still following each other. Now, Katie calls Amy Duggar King when her name clearly says Amy Rachel King. And what I'd like to say to Amy is, have some respect, woman. She can't even get your name right. This woman who has been on YouTube for 2 years, who has had nothing but bad stuff to say about your family. She said that she's going to be going to your home to go to court with you. Blah, blah, blah. But she's disrespected almost every member of your family. And you're okay with that. Kind of ironic, really, isn't it? But a message to Amy. If you keep hanging out with Katie, she will take you down. She will ram you under the bus. Because when everything gets too hot, she's going to blame you. And I think you maybe seen a little bit of that already. And that's why you've said you're going to be stepping away from certain people. Honey, if I was you, I would be cutting off right now before you end up in more and more trouble. Because Katie's already made it clear that you was talking about Barbie. Katie has made it very clear that you was talking about Barbie. So when you're denying that you're talking about Barbie and you're talking about somebody else, or general people, no, Katie's already confirmed that for you. But Amy, come on, she can't even respect you enough to get your name right. Just like with the last person I was talking about, do you not have a little more self-respect? That someone can't even get your name right? Why? I certainly wouldn't want to be friends with someone who disrespects almost every member of my family. No matter what my family is like, at the end of the day, that's family. And whatever's going on behind closed doors with family, stays behind closed doors with family. Whatever you say online is up to you. But when someone can't get your name right, to the degree that Katie does, how could you say that she's good to you? She will cut you off in a conversation. The look she gave when you had your son on your lap. If she looked at me like that because I was holding my child, I wouldn't be calling her a friend. That is for sure. This woman could destroy your career. And believe it, you wouldn't be the first person she's done it to either. Go ask Tati Westbrook. Katie's now in a lawsuit with 12 people. Does that say nothing to you, Amy? Like, honestly, does it mean nothing to you that Katie is in a lawsuit with 12 people? It's called a class action lawsuit. And the person heading the class action lawsuit is, oh shoot, I've forgotten his name. Todd Chrisley. There we go. Todd Chrisley is heading a class action lawsuit against Katie Joy. Now look at that. Look at Katie. It wouldn't take you long to go on YouTube and find out what Katie's reputation is like. And you can't say you don't know. You can't be that blind. But I think you got more respect for yourself than to get involved with Katie Joy. You should have enough self-respect for yourself to not get involved with Katie Joy. Because she will run you under the bus when she no longer requires your help. Right now, she's probably getting tidbits of information off you. And you probably don't even know you're giving it to her. You probably have no idea that you're giving her the information she wants. But I bet you bottom dollar you are. She's just asking how your day is, how your family is, and blah, 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 blah. To you, that's just being polite. To Katie, that's digging out information. She called herself a journalist. Now, you used to be on the show. And I know that you said you haven't been on it for a long time, but you know how these things work. And you know how journalists work. Katie isn't a very good journalist. If you can call Katie a journalist. But for shits and giggles, let's just go ahead and call her a journalist. She is ruthless. And once she's done with you, when she doesn't need you anymore, you're done for. The moment that she needs your help, she needs someone to take the heat off, you're done for. Barbie is a far better woman than Katie will ever be. And I love her accent, by the way. So attacking the way she talks. When you've got an awesome accent yourself. But no, I believe Katie's dripping poison into your ear. But she's also confirming that you're doing things behind the scenes. A lot of people probably don't believe it, a lot of people do. And a lot of people fall for lies. But there are a lot of us out here that don't. So Amy, this one again, down to self-respect. If you have any self-respect, you would cut ties with Katie Joy. Completely sever ties with Katie Joy. Because she's cutting off the oxygen. She will be what kills your career. And you have business. You're better than that. You're better than Katie Joy. And I hope that you hear what I'm saying. And I hope that you speak to Barbie and you have a proper conversation without the poison being dripped in your ear. Because Katie will do anything to destroy Barbie. And at some point she'll do the same to you. But with that, I'm going to say have a wonderful day. And I shall see you in the next video. Bye.